We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It is 6 a.m., Wednesday, May 11th, 2022. Just got off work. Pretty busy night. Had to pull back a pallet, so not everything got done, but I'm not coming back in tomorrow. Well, I should say today, just for one pallet that I had to pull back. So I get another day off, so that'll be nice. Hell, I might even do an episode tonight if I feel up to it. But, yeah, as far as updates, nothing really new. So let's get on with the show. All right. So let's get on with the first story. I had actually reported on Matt Gaetz a while back. Him basically grilling somebody from the FBI about Hunter Biden's laptop. And I don't know the guy too well. I said at the time, hey, I thought this was pretty cool. I shared it with you all, the audio of it. I don't know. He's a Republican. I don't really play the left and right paradigm game, but right now, as far as I'm concerned, Republicans are more in the right than the Democrats. I consider myself an old school liberal. This new liberal that's going on now is insane. But yeah, I found out something that kind of depressed me a little bit. Well, not really depressed me, but kind of took me off guard because I thought the guy seemed pretty cool, seemed all right until I heard about this. And I'll read a little article because I don't know. I just heard about it. I don't really know all the full details, but let's get into it. On Thursday evening, millions of Americans learned the horrifying news that in the very near future, abortion could be severely restricted or fully outlawed in nearly half the country. And after apparently thinking about it for roughly 36 hours, Republican Matt Gaetz woke up on Thursday morning and tweeted this: "How many of the women rallying against overturning Roe are overeducated, underloved millennials who sadly returned from protests to a lonely microwave dinner with their cats and no Bumble matches?" That actually is slightly funny. There's a lot to unpack here, but right up front, for those who are unaware, the very important context is that this tweet was written by a guy currently under investigation for allegedly paying women for sex. Now let's hold off right there because I'm actually pro prostitution. I think prostitution should be legal. If anything, just tax it, make some more tax money off of it. Legalize it, tax it. Maybe you could even make it to where you have to be a licensed prostitute, to where you have to get health checkups to make sure you're not spreading diseases, Make it legit. So I don't see anything wrong with that. But separately, sleeping with a minor and transporting her across state lines. Now that's what's fucked up, the whole sleeping with a minor thing. Gaetz, of course, denies all this, in addition to a report from the New York Times that cited receipts showing that he and his wingman, Joel Greenberg, made online payments to one woman. Greenberg paid a second woman, and both women told their friends the money was for sex with the men. Greenberg, who entered a plea deal last year, will continue to honor his obligations pursuant to that agreement, his attorney said in August. So know that when Gaetz claims that the only people who could possibly be upset about reproductive rights being destroyed are lonely women who can't get a date, he's not just doing so from the perspective of an ignorant jackass. He's doing so from the perspective of a guy who is actually so repulsive to the opposite sex that he needed to allegedly pay women to sleep with him and or prey on 17-year-olds. Yeah, this is written by the Vanity Fair. So, as for the misogynistic, overeducated bit, well, the jokes just write themselves, and by jokes we mean cold, hard truths. So this is getting into some of his tweets. Perhaps if Gaetz was slightly more educated himself, he might be aware that Roe being overturned will affect countless people who do not fall into his pathetic attempt at a burn, including but not limited to people who can't afford to raise a child thanks to the fact that his party only cares about kids when they're in the womb. Married women who have been raped, I ain't gonna lie, I'm pro-abortion when it comes to that. Like, if a woman's raped, I don't think she should be forced to have a child. Children who have been raped, men not ready to have a child, men who do not want to pay child support, men married to people who want children but whose pregnancies could literally kill them. That's another reason I'm pro-abortion, is if, like, a pregnancy actually could kill the mother. And like a zillion other iterations that this famously smug little shit can't even think of. If you would like... Okay, so... yeah, that's about it. But apparently he's under investigation for fucking an underage 17-year-old. Pretty crazy. Disappointing, because I was actually looking forward to seeing more of Matt Gaetz and just what he has to say, anything else about Hunter Biden's laptop, or just in general, just looking forward to what he had to say in the future, but don't look too good. So I was listening to Jacob Israel earlier today. So shout out to his channel. Go check his channel out. If you go over there and subscribe, just tell him who sent you. Maybe he'll give me a shout out one of these days. Who knows? And he was talking about MAGA, as in like Make America Great Again. But he was linking it to something else. He said, check out the Fifth Degree MAGA. So I looked it up, and it could just be coincidence, but here in the conspiracy community, we already know that coincidence is very rare. I voted for Trump. I'm not a huge Trump guy. To me, he was the lesser of two evils. That was the only reason I voted for him. After studying him much deeper, I kind of regret even voting for him, you know. But I don't know. I just found this interesting. I'm going to go through this. This is actually from the Church of Satan website. It's the hierarchy in the Church of Satan. Anton LaVey formulated a system of degrees during the early years of the Church of Satan. As such was a general practice in many prior social and esoteric organizations. However, the criteria for elevation in our church was based not on mysticism or occultism, but on knowledge of practical subjects beyond Satanism, and even more than that, on the application of such wisdom towards measurable ends. Dr. LaVey experimented by mandating the specific colors for medallions which could be worn by each member according to degree. And for a time, written exams were given to assess a member's readiness for a particular level. In the mid-1970s, it became clear that many members had become obsessed with jockeying for position, being overly concerned with their place in the organization rather than working towards advancement in the world, quote-unquote, outside. This was contrary to our carnal philosophy's emphasis on tangible personal progress, and so after that point, the existence of the degrees was de-emphasized in church literature, and formulaic methods for recognition were jettisoned. The first degree, denoting active membership, is only for members who seek more involvement with the organization and other local members. Today, we maintain our traditional degrees, but these should not be seen as initiatory steps, which are expected of our members. The Church of Satan is not an initiatory organization. It is our position that, for those with awareness, by living fully, you will have plenty of authentic initiatory experiences through the many avenues you explore. Hence, there is no need for such artificial posturing in our church. In fact, no member is required to move beyond registered membership. The first degree, denoting active membership, is only for members who seek more involvement with the organization and other local members. The remaining degrees, from the second through the fifth, are not open to application or to request. Our specific standards for them will not be publicly released. The administration watches the progress of qualified members and may choose to grant recognition to outstanding individuals based on demonstrated excellence in the understanding and communication of satanic theory, coupled with significant, potent practices in the arena of the real world, which have produced superior achievements. People naturally and quite organically rise to particular levels, and we may take note at our discretion. This is meritocracy at work. So if you are so inclined, keep us updated on your accomplishments so that your progress may be noted. Registered member is no degree. Active member is Satanist first degree. Witch/warlock is second degree. Priestess/priest is third degree. Magistra and magister is fourth degree. And in MAGA or magus is fifth degree. So I don't know, I found that interesting. Jacob Israel said to check it out, and I did. So fifth degree is MAGA, make America great again. And I don't know, it reminds me a little bit of like Obama when he was chanting, yes we can, and then you reverse it, and it's, thank you, Satan, thank you, Satan. It could have been on purpose, it could have been just coincidence, but I found it interesting. Let me know in the comments if you think it was on accident or coincidence, or if you think it was intentional. But it just reminds me of that. Administrator, agent, and grotto master are descriptive titles for what people do, not levels of rank. Thus, they can be held by members with different degrees. High priest, high priestess are the top administration titles, and can be held only by fourth or fifth degree members. Those who hold the third, through 5th degrees are all members of the Priesthood of Mendes, and individuals with these titles may be called reverend. Unlike most other religions, our members are not subject to any form of expected obedience to the members who might have been given degrees. Those are bestowed as tokens of appreciation for accomplishments, not a means for the establishment of rank and authority that commands submission. An important point of re-emphasis, our protocol for member interaction is based on the paradigm of a mutual admiration society, and this is applied across all levels of our hierarchy. Our members may earn each other's admiration, and general respect is preferred behavior. While we do not expect our highly individualistic members to like each other, we encourage them to behave with courteous decorum when dealing with one another. Interaction is never required in the case of extreme disagreement. Wherein civility apparently cannot be maintained, we advocate that the involved members should cease such negative interaction. Agents. An individual who demonstrates a thorough grasp of the philosophy of the Church of Satan, skills in being able to communicate it, and would like to be trained as a contact for local media and other interested parties may be chosen to serve as an agent for the Church of Satan. When you fill out your application for further involvement, let us know if you would like to be considered to be evaluated as a qualified contact point in your area or for media representation. You should then include material which demonstrates your qualifications, such as samples of your writing and video via DVD of yourself in a public speaking mode. Those who are appointed as agents must demonstrate that they have already been making well-reasoned efforts to publicly clear up misconceptions regarding our philosophy. Now, this is the Priesthood of Mendes. These are the individuals who act as spokesperson for the philosophy of the Church of Satan, which include the titles of priest/priestess, magister, magistra, magus, or MAGA. Members of the priesthood make up the Council of Nine, which is the ruling body of the organization, appointed by and responsible to the high priest/priestess. The order of the Trapezoid consists of the individuals who assist in the administration of the Church of Satan. Members of our priesthood are people of accomplishment in the real world. They have mastered skills and have won peer recognition, which is how they have attained their position. As above, so below. They are movers and shakers, who are the core of our movement. While expected to be experts in communicating our philosophy, they are not required to speak on our behalf, and they may even choose to keep their affiliation and rank secret in order to better serve their personal goals, as well as those of our organization. Thus you may, even as a member, encounter members of our priesthood and never know it. Membership in the priesthood is by invitation only. The old truism, if you have to ask, you can't afford it, is certainly high pertinent to our priesthood. Words to the wise, do not ask, how do I become a priest? So there you have it. The whole MAGA. I don't know. I found it interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think. So this is crazy. Anyone who keeps up with the channel knows that I like reporting on technology and just how crazy it's getting and scary in some ways. A fictosexual man married hologram bride, but now struggles to bond with her. Yes, you heard that correctly. A fictosexual man who wed a fictional computer-synthesized pop singer 4 years ago said he's now unable to communicate with his wife, but is still in love with her. Akihiko Kondo is 38 years old, was dating Hatsune Miku, depicted in pop culture as a 16-year-old with turquoise hair. So, not only is he dating a hologram, but apparently he has pedophilic tendencies. So, pretty gross. For a decade before, they had an unofficial wedding ceremony in 2018. Kondo, one of many who identifies as fictosexual, or someone who is sexually attracted to fictional characters, spent 2 million yen, or about $17,300 on nuptials, but his family did not attend. Yeah, probably because you spent $17,300 on a fake marriage with a hologram. Your family probably thinks you're a fucking idiot. Now married for 4 years, Kondo 38 says his relationship has hit a roadblock. He can no longer speak with Miku due to a technological hurdle, according to Japanese newspaper Mainichi. While Kondo acknowledges his relationship might be odd, he understands Miku isn't a real person. It doesn't change his feelings for her. Since falling in love with her in 2008, Kondo was finally able to interact with Miku for the first time in 2017, thanks to a gate box. I'm not sure what that is. A $1,300 machine that allowed device owners to interact with characters via holograms and even unofficially marry them. Side note, Japan, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but Japan in general, like a lot of their males are having trouble. Well, they're having trouble, Japan as an overall country, because their males are giving up on dating women. Essentially, they're just getting into like video games, becoming like homebodies, won't leave their rooms, won't leave their houses. I kid you not. So if you're a single dude, and you're looking and you can't seem to find a woman, move to Japan, dude. I'm telling you. Because there's a bunch of Japanese thirsty chicks out there who can't seem to find a dude. And I'm not even kidding. I'm not being mean or racist. Like, that's a legit problem they're having in Japan, is that men don't want to have relationships over there anymore. It's freaking bizarre because, I don't know, I like all women. I like black, white, Mexican, Asian, whatever. You know, I'm not picky. As long as it's a beautiful woman and she's attracted to me, I'm cool with it. I mean, I'm married now, but, you know, if I'm single, I don't care what color, what race they are. As long as they're pretty and they're attracted to me, I'm just happy. But I don't get it, man, because, like, Japanese women are, like, beautiful, man. And they're all over the place, you know, obviously in Japan. Like, I just don't understand how you can't look around and just be, like, in awe at all the beautiful women. But that's just me. But I digress. But now his 4-year marriage took a turn when support for Gatebox software was eliminated, meaning that Kondo could no longer speak with his wife Miku, according to NewsHub. Kondo insists that's a misprint. Kondo insists it hasn't lessened his feelings. My love for Miku hasn't changed, he told Mainichi, which noted, how he now carried a life-size version of Miku. I held the wedding ceremony because I thought I could be with her forever. Kondo is far from the only person in the world in a relationship with a character. Thousands of fictosexual people in Japan have begun similar unofficial relationships with a variety of fictitious characters, the Mirror reported. It reminds me of Chris Chan and Sanachu. Yeah, look into that story. It's fucking insane if you don't know who Chris Chan is. That's like a whole rabbit hole. Like, people have made like series on it, like hours and hours and hours long series of this dude's life. It's fucking crazy. He's apparently in a polyamorous relationship with, like, I don't know if it's like his hallucinations or it's just in his brain, but this character called Sonichu, which is like Sonic the Hedgehog mixed with Pikachu. It's bizarre. It's weird. He's in prison now for fucking his own mother. I kid you not. While some relationships are just for kicks, Kondo's is, to him, very real. For a long time, he said he knew a human partner just wasn't for him due to his intense attraction to characters like Miku, a popular figure in anime and Japanese culture. Created as a synthesized voice using Yamaha's Vocaloid technology, Miku entered mainstream media as a human but fictionalized character in manga, anime series, and video games. Eventually, she became prominent enough to tour with the likes of Lady Gaga on her 2014 Art Pop Ball Tour. But Miku isn't just famous. She also helped Kondo with his depression. Kondo first became familiar with Miku in 2008 after bullying at work caused him to become depressed. Despite finding it difficult to accept his feelings at first, he knew humans weren't right for him after being met with rejection by others. I stayed in my room for 24 hours a day and watched videos of Miku the whole time, he told Mainichi. See, I told you. In 2017, his relationship blossomed with Miku thanks to Gatebox. The machine gave Kondo the chance to propose to Miku, and he invited his family and coworkers to the ceremony, but none of them came. But 39 people did attend, including strangers and online friends, some of who are also fictosexual. There are 2 reasons why I had a wedding publicly, he told BBC at the time. The first one is to prove my love to Miku. The second one is there are many young otaku people like me falling in love with anime characters. I want to show the world that I support them. Yeah, crazy. But there you have it. On that note, I think we'll wrap it up for this episode. You can find us on audio format only. Some people prefer that because it saves their phone battery while they're listening. You can find us on Breaker, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, Spotify, and Anchor. And if you want to put a face to a voice, because I do like videos every now and then, cooking videos, hiking videos, travel videos, ghost hunting videos, occult item videos, unboxing videos, taste test videos. You can find us on YouTube at Conspiracy Corner Podcast. But that's all she wrote. Please like, share, and subscribe, and you all have an awesome day.
We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, would interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.